Hey, Jim's family. I guess I got a bunch of bush babies, but as long as you're in the bushes and you're here for the show, hey, Mimi, my baby, make sure you hit that like button. Now, I don't know if Queen Diva come in because she's having a couple of problems right now that she's trying to solve. So I may not have no mods in here, but that's okay because over here we really don't need none. A bot may come in. You might get a little straggler, but it's so much going on, baby. They ain't gonna want to be here. They want to be out there if you're here for the mess. Mimi, it's so good to see you, my baby. Listen, oh shit, where do I start? It's just so much. It's just so much going on. And it's around the holidays. That's the bad thing about it. I get the dragging, the gagging. I don't get the damn doxing. I don't get the following. Now, listen, y'all just work with me here. I've been in some places and I've been working with a little bit of conspiracy. I jumped on Pizarro platform. I ain't good at platforms. I just don't do platforms. Hey, BB Nice, my queen. Even my queen was mixed up in some stuff that she didn't want to be mixed up into. But just know this, anybody is subject to get it. Hey, my queen Kimberly, only because it's the holiday and they have to ramp up the beefing because they have to make those checks, and I ain't mad at them for, coming on live. A lot of them been coming on 3 and 4 times a day and hosting these big long panels and stuff. Do what you got to do to make your dough. But I don't like that doxing shit. I don't like the doxing. And I definitely don't like what happened to Brianna. Now, what's done on YouTube should strictly stay here. That's why, you guys, I just don't play those games. I stay in my lane. Not that I can't get out there and customize. You just go too deep. These people take it off YouTube. And whether or not you say you're not scared, you don't, that's not going to stop you from being you. I don't blame you. But you should be very, 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 very concerned because that's a dangerous game anytime somebody take pictures of you. Now, I felt bad for Brianna. You know, everybody knows that the sister's overweight. She admits it. She loves herself. She's confident in who she is, and that's all you got to be. However, it's got to bother you when everybody's dragging you for something. I don't give a damn what it is. We all are human. We all have feelings. And no matter whether she say it bothers her or she don't, she's confident, it still have to bother you that this little street game that you play with these people on these YouTube streets, everybody's talking about you. People know where you live, people taking pictures and sending it to other people. Is what happens here. It is what it is. So when you play the games and you in that arena, then it comes with the games that you play. I don't play those games. I choose not to. Not because I'm afraid anyone gonna ever find out anything that will humiliate me, because there's nothing I've done in life that I'm ever afraid to tell someone about, or someone could use it towards me to humiliate me. However, is an invasion of your fucking privacy. Who would like that? Who would like somebody following them? And I remember a couple of years back at my other house, I came home from work and I told Diva about this. I don't know if I told y'all. And to this day, I believe I know who it is because they lived in the area, but I'm just not going to say. But anywho, when I got out my car, when I pulled up to my driveway, I noticed this lady standing out taking pictures. But what happened was she was taking pictures and it was towards my house. But as I pulled up, she stopped taking the pictures and she got in her car and pulled off. And so I told Diva, I said, damn, Diva, I believe that somebody was taking pictures of me or watching me, but I let it go. It never happened again. But when I looked over at the lady, I made sure, because when I saw her directing the camera at my house, I said, well, why are they taking pictures of my house? My shit ain't for sale. I mean, ain't nothing going on here. But when she noticed that I looked back over to her, she got in her car and pulled away. And I said, damn, that was odd. I said, that was strange. It was like something in my spirit was telling me, nah, somebody's watching you, or they taking pictures of you. Now, I've never ever been on here into anything serious that I would think somebody would send someone else out to take pictures of me, but I have been in a little scuffle on here, but I don't believe it went that far. However, that's a dangerous thing and it's a scary feeling. Hold on. That's Diva. She'll be here soon. So it's a scary thing. And whether you're afraid or not, you must remember when you're in these YouTube streets, you talk shit to people who you don't know where's their mental is at. You don't know if that person will come after you, because if they come to your door and take pictures of you, or wherever you at, is a possibility that, of course, they're not right in their mind to do some shit like that. Think about it. My first thought would have been, damn, this person must be a little crazy. Because why would they do that? Why would they even take a picture to me and give it to another content creator? Whether they like me or not, you don't play those games, and we all know that many people have been approached on YouTube, what they call people have pulled up, and so you never know. So if they saw you coming out the restaurant like that, my thing is they might know where you live. And they may just get that mad at you beefing with somebody or dragging or gagging or doxing or whatever you do. And I'm not saying Brianna dox, so don't get me wrong. I'm just saying what goes on here. Who's to say that they won't run up on your ass? See, this YouTube is a deadly game. Unfortunately, it's sad because it's meant to be an entertainment application. And you're supposed to just stay on here and drag and gag and roast and whatever they call it. But see, to me, this shit is going across the line. It's crossing boundaries. I don't even play games like that. So that's for me. See, it's fun and games until the rabbits got the gun. So when it's your turn, and even if people sit on your platform and talk about other people, you're responsible who's on your platform. To them or to other people, you are allowing it, and so I thought that was a dangerous thing. I thought it was bad, and maybe Bree don't really care. Like she said, she still gonna come on here and be her. She's confident who she is. I give her that. I give her all that. I just say be careful. Be careful, because if somebody that close to you, they definitely could reach out and touch your ass. Trust and believe. They could reach out and touch you, and you don't know what else is going on, how close they are to you. So just be careful out there. But I said that to say this too. When we're here and we're supporting people, we all like, the entertainment, the drama and stuff. But again, are we adding to that? Are we adding to that type of behavior? I'm not here to chastise anyone. We all grown. I'm just saying we have to be careful of what we support. That's all. We just have to be careful of what we support around here, because it's getting dangerous and it gets worse towards the holidays. Now, a lot of people don't want to be bothered with this mess. We don't want to be bothered with all the doxing, the calling, the jobs and all that. So you just stay in your lane. But if you don't stay in your lane, or for some reason somebody might just want to do it to be doing it, they'll do just that. That's just what it gives here. That's why I don't understand. You're absolutely right, Kimberly. I don't understand how people get so outraged when certain content creators do shit. They all doing the same thing, you guys. Tell me one content creator that's really not doing the same thing. They all doing the same thing. So why is it an outrage when it happened to your fave? Everybody gets mad when certain content creators do certain things, but they all doing the same thing. or they have done the same thing. Even if they ain't doing it in 2022, they have done it in 2019, 2018, or whatever. Most of them have done the same thing. So you subject yourself to the type of, unrational behavior that these people have. And people are crazy. People get so mad, and I know they do, because if you say or do something to someone's favorite content creator, they will come after you, or they will stop supporting you because you have done something or said something about their favorite content creator. They'll stop messing with you. I've seen it done. I've had it done to me. Don't have shit to do with you and the subby, but because I don't fool with your content creator, one of your faves, you don't fool with me, and that's fine with me. Trust and believe is fine with me, because stuff like that really don't bother me, because this is not my world. These people are turning this YouTube stuff into real life, and it's scary. It's very scary, because I'm not going to do all that for a couple of coins in my pocket. I don't give a damn about a couple of coins being in my pocket if I got to get down like they get down, But we need to watch that, because, again, it's getting real serious. Anytime, this is the second time someone followed that girl, Hopefully she says she know who it was, or whatever. She do what she have to do to protect herself. But let me tell you something. We all know this. In domestic violence, just say, for instance, domestic violence, you have women who put order protections against themselves, and they still end up getting harmed. More than harmed, some of them actually get murdered. So that piece of paper don't mean shit. You don't know how crazy a person is. You don't know who you dealing with. This is just people we see or engage with that's on a computer or a telephone. It's just an application. We don't know how they are in real life. You guys got to be careful. You need to know when to hold them and fold them. Everything is not about jumping on someone's platform, cussing people out. They calling your family members, they calling your jobs. People are losing their jobs. It's just crazy. To me, that's not entertainment when we trying to destroy each other. And it's a constant thing, you guys. Is a constant thing here that we go after each other's jugular. And I'm not saying myself. I'm just saying some of these people. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Smart Show. Thanks for joining me. Youngest sibling. Thanks for joining me. My queen, BB Nice. Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. So it's hard sometimes to come down here and do a show when so many people are engaged in the drama. But I said I continue to do me. It doesn't matter who's going to support me. They're going to support me. I have my core supportive people. And sometimes it's better being small and intimate than to have a whole 800 to 1,000 people in your chat cussing each other, screaming and hollering. That's not who I am. So my intimate setting worked for me. I try not to, I try to stay in my lane, but it's getting serious out there. It's getting real serious, and it always happens behind the holiday. I mean, it always happened during the holiday season. The beefs get ramped up and people get involved that's not involved. You could just be a subby. Then they start mucking with you because they trying to find beef. But that's our MO in our culture. We are quick to do each other. And that's the sad thing about it. We are quick to destroy each other. I mean, it's embedded in us. Hey, Sephora, baby. It's sad because it's embedded. Destruction is embedded in us. Embedded, right? Embedded. Sorry, is embedded in us. It's easy for us to destroy each other. See, there's enough money for everyone. Everyone can be a millionaire if that's their mindset. I can help bring you up and rise myself as I'm helping you. But it seems to be the thing to just drag each other down, and especially Black folks. And it gets kind of sickening to me. Thank you, Diva. Be safe, baby. Don't worry about this. I have BB Nice in here. You know, it's kind of sad because we can do so much. We are powerful people. We are powerful people, and we could do so much together, but we rather destroy each other. I don't understand that, and I think I'll never understand it. But I think people who actually get up every day to destroy someone or to drag and gag and do all those vicious, evil things, I think they're really, really, really not happy in life. They can't be happy in life. And yes, we enjoy some of the drama, but it's a line. It's a line that these people are crossing. You know, and I just can't support some of this shit. You know, every now and then I may come over here, I might drop down in the chat, but if they doing something that I really don't want to be a part of, I just leave. I just leave. But I jumped on Pizarro's platform today, you guys, and I am just so what you call it. I'm not a platform person. I really am. I'm not. But I jumped on there. We talked about conspiracy. And I was asking her, do she believe that Takeoff got set up or sacrificed? You know, there are so many successful YouTube. Yes, yes, all that, Kimberly. All that, Kimberly. You know, and sometimes I say, I wish I made money on YouTube. I really wish, my views would grow and I'll make money on YouTube. I know I could come down here and cuss and fuss and do all that and make up storylines about affairs and all that crazy shit. And I can play with people intellect. I said, but I don't want the money like that because I want to go beyond this. And so my slow growth is positive for me. My slow growth will get me to those millions of subscribers that I need in endorsements and sponsorship as long as I continue to believe in myself. It's all about believing in yourself, going after what you want. You don't have to. And I think when people come over here, because now we done seen some new YouTubers over here in the beef sector, which really blows me. But anywho, you can go where you want. But we have some new people here, and I think they believe that they have to get in to the beef to be a successful YouTuber. And you don't have to. You really don't have to. But I believe they think that that's the only way they're going to get subscribers. And if you look at it, we're only going to get the same subscribers everyone else have over here. We're only going to be limited to that amount of subscribers. So you're not really going to grow. You may get a couple of views, might make a couple of coins, but you're never going to be big as you can be if you just continue to be stagnant and stay in this one place and not broaden your horizon. People come over here and they say, I want to be positive. Oh, I want to uplift Black women. I want to do, makeup. I want to do hair. I want to talk about positive growth. I want to do this. I want to support business. And they come over here and do the same thing because to me, they are followers. They're not leaders. And two, they are afraid to just be on their own. Yes, no man is an island by himself. However, you could stay on that island until you get the right people to help you off of that island, till the right people come along. You don't have to march to the beat of the same drum that everyone else is. And no, you won't grow fast. You won't grow fast, but it'll be slow and steady, and eventually you will win the prize. And that's what it's about. Being who you are. If you're going to be positive, be positive. I can't be positive in one breath and negative, dragging and talking about Black women. And then the next day I upload a video inspiring or trying to motivate a person to do better than what they're doing, to be a better person and feel better about themselves. I can't do that. That's double-minded. And I will not do that. I will grow slow, but I will be successful in what I'm trying to do eventually. Eventually I'll do that. But anywho, they don't think it's no big deal. Bree don't say she worried about it. So I don't worry about it. It's not me. However, it's pretty sad that people have to cross those boundaries, that you videotaping someone, you taking pictures of someone. That's a sad thing because nobody wants to put themselves in jeopardy or their family. And not only if they that close to you, they possibly could be close to your family as well. So just be careful out there. When you play this game, you over here, you playing the dozens or whatever you call it. I'm old, so you playing those games, then you have to be prepared for anything to happen to you at any given time. So hopefully you got your shit together. You got your piece ready because no one is beyond approach, I see. That's a scary thing. But like I said, I believe somebody was taking pictures of me one day. I don't know, but I just had that eerie feeling. And I told Diva, I said, damn, somebody taking my picture, you know? And I'm going to tell you something too. Another person and I had a conversation the other day, and I was told, and I never forget, Rick Reed said this, and I don't watch him that much, but every now and then when he was on, I would go over there. But I thought I remember him saying that everyone who enters the beef sector as a content creator has already been doxxed. And I do believe that. I do believe that people have your information. Don't talk about my mama, right? The dozens, Donna. I believe people have your information. They just waiting to drop it. So, a lot of this stuff people sit on, and when they get mad at you, or they call it what they call it, mad day or whatever, they want to drop your information. And to me, that's mucked up. So no one is safe. Yeah, that's true. Remember, they said they already had everyone's information. But I think what it is if you don't have anything that they think in their minds that could humiliate or embarrass you, then what the hell they gonna drop good shit about you? No, they not gonna do that because the purpose is to humiliate or embarrass a person or shame them. That's the purpose of doxing. Diva asked me today, I just want to know what's the purpose of doxing. And then I told her, she said, oh, I really want to go on somebody's platform and ask them, why do they dox? Well, that's the purpose of it. Yeah, exactly. YouTube allows it. And so someone said that, if I'm not mistaken, you guys correct me, that perhaps that Bree should go in the directions of seeking legal recourse for what's being done to her. What is the legal recourse? There is none. It was a picture taken and uploaded. So what can you do about that? Anyone could take a picture. That's not any harm. Now she probably could try to get something done to that contents created page, but it's on several pages now. I don't know how the hell this popped up, but some lady that I never heard of, lady or man, I don't know who it is, you guys, but it came across my feed today, and it was some lady I didn't know, and she had a picture of her talking about it. So they just go circulate this picture. But if you're in a public place, you open to anything, basically. Yeah, what law was breaking? If there's no they failed the mission. Exactly, Donna. If they can't humiliate you, then they failed the mission. And she seems pretty confident in herself. So I don't think it humiliated. However, the humiliation part wouldn't be my concern. The concern would be that somebody is following me, that they're close enough to me to take a picture of me. That would be my concern. But it's nothing that could be done about it legally because nobody didn't break any law. Anybody could take a picture of me. They didn't approach me. They didn't do anything physical to me. They didn't say anything verbally to me. So anything, you know. So I'm not sure what they could do about that. I don't think anything. Like I said, I know is really ramped up on the beef street, you guys, on the in the beef sector. So anybody could get it. If they play the game, anybody could get it. That's just how I figure. I don't know why these people have all this fake outrage when something happens to their favorite content creator or their side, one side versus the other side. Hey, they all do it, or they all have done it. Now, everybody, since I've been here, I haven't seen everyone dox, but dox has been allowed and people have entertained that shit. So, what's the difference? There is no difference. But my thing is just be careful, Brie. Now, I also wanted to talk about this Shanquella, Justice for Shanquella Robinson. I decided that I wasn't going to talk too much about it or even do anything about it until I see for real justice. People are making money off of this girl's murder as well. They feeding us false information, and now the false information is coming from Mexico as well. And so we need to be very careful of what we put on our platforms. If we really trying to see justice for Shanquella, we need not to put all those narratives that's being spun stories on our platforms and be a part of that, because that alone can destroy this girl's case. No one, I searched everywhere, not a single one of the Cabo Six has been arrested for anything. For anything. And if they have been arrested, it's surely been secretive over in Mexico, because I haven't heard not one thing about them really being arrested. So I wish people would stop spreading those false narratives. It's good to have a voice and a platform on YouTube, but we need to use it wisely. Don't spread false narrative and false rumors and get people hopes up. Because the people was really thinking that this girl was getting justice and they had arrested Deja Nay and Khalil. No, none of those people have been arrested. That shit is all false. So don't believe the hype. I just pray we use our platforms for the right thing and not spread garbage. Well, the video of Bree has an overlay of voices with disparaging sounds, so they may have some grounds for harassment coupled with other incidents that happened to her. Okay, Donna, I did hear those sounds. Yeah, I guess so. I just don't think they're gonna do anything about it, but she can try. She should try. She should definitely protect herself. But I really don't think that they could do anything about it. Look how many people have gotten harassed right here that we know in the beef sector, and nothing has really gone far legally. I haven't seen anyone get penalized for doing anything. So I'm not sure, Donna, but you may be right. You might be right. Yes, they are making money left and right of that young lady. Yeah, they are. And I don't like that. So I said I wasn't going to really say much about it unless I see an arrest has been made, because I'm not going to make money like that. I go to several platforms other outside of this beef sector, and I see bits and pieces of the story, and I was going to follow it and I was going to upload some clips. But to me, it's all hearsay. No one has been arrested. And I don't know why that investigator from Mexico, if I'm not mistaken, he allegedly has a YouTube page now. So was that his interest into the YouTube world? And now they have a couple of other Mexican investigators or legal attorneys or some other people now, investigators and some other people, I think some legal analysts speaking about it. I haven't seen that one arrest, so I will refuse to believe that they have arrested anyone. And I think this shit is getting so muddied that if the United States can't press forward with something, nothing will be done. And that's just a fact. They may keep it in the forefront for a couple of months, then something else will happen, and then we wouldn't even hear about Shanquella Robinson again. I'm not sure what they're doing, because I stopped watching all these YouTube videos and I went, like I said, and tried to research. And I had a co-worker of mine to also who's of Mexican descent. I had her look it up over in Mexico, and she didn't see anything of the sort. So they're just making money now. At this point, They are making money off of this girl's murder, and that's a sad thing. Hey, Miss Brown, baby, make sure y'all hit that like button, please. I greatly appreciate that. It doesn't cost a thing. I'm giving it away for free today. They won't do anything. I would just do it for the record's sake. You're correct, Donna. In case something happened. In case something happened. There's this woman in the T sector, and they got a nurse to dox her medical records, and she can't even sue the hospital. That's crazy because they don't know who doxed her. Do they know who put her medical records out here, Sephora? I don't want the honest journalists to stop doing content on her because they may just let it go. Keep the pressure without the rumors. Exactly. But here's the sad thing, Donna. We don't know what's true and what's false. We don't know because even they had a story on the news, a local news that said that they have been arrested, that Dejanay Jackson, Dejanay had been arrested. She wasn't arrested. That came from the news, the real journalists. They had a bit of false information as well. And yes, they make mistakes. So I don't know. I haven't heard any concrete information or any resources that show me that they have been arrested. And like I said, if they continue to spin all these narratives and news get it wrong, okay, baby, you have a great evening. Thank you so much for stopping by, BB Nice. Then I believe what'll happen is it'll just go unsolved. It'll just be another unsolved murder, even though they have the people right there, but it'll just go to maybe cold case. Hey, thank you, baby. I'm glad to see y'all too. I didn't think as many people would be here. The hospital said they can only hire the nurse. The hospital said they can only hire the nurse. I'm confused, Sephora. If she leaked information, what do you mean by they can only hire her? Sephora, something is not right. But when situations like that get muddy and there's so many hands in the fire, so many people mixing up all these false narratives, eventually I believe that they would stop investigating the case and it won't be in the forefront anymore. Unless her mother and father continue to fight to their last breath and get some type of resolution and get some type of justice, I think eventually they're going to let it go. They're going to let it die down because no arrest has been made. So what else lies can they tell? Is the hospital saying they are not liable for her conduct? I don't know what Sephora is saying. Said they can only hire the nurse. Sephora, that doesn't make sense, baby. Maybe we missed something. Because they wouldn't hire her. Now they can get her for her conduct. Now listen, we had this conversation the other day too, Diva and I. I said no matter what you do, if you sign any contract, there are policy and procedures for every job, and one of them, when you sign it, you say you would definitely obey by their contract, by their policy and procedures. That means you have to conduct yourself in a certain manner wherever you go. It doesn't matter. Even if it's on your off day, you still are supposed to conduct yourself and represent that company. You know what I mean? So you can get fired from a job for doing certain things, even if you wasn't on the clock. I know that for a fact. You can get, fired for that. So I don't know. The hospital, they should look into it, but do they know what nurse actually gave up the information? But isn't that crazy? I remember one point somebody said they had someone hospital documents over here. But you got to remember, people work everywhere. People work everywhere. So information can get to you from anywhere. And some people will risk their jobs doing just that so they can be a part of whatever, content creator. They will give you that information. They'll give you personal information that you shouldn't have. Now, the only thing is if the content creator get mad with your ass and something happened to them, they go rat on you. They go tell on you. that you was the person who gave it to, and then you could lose your job. Excuse me, I was having a little water. And before I go, I want to clear up something Sir King said. And I don't know why Sir King is putting this rumor out. Now, I don't have a problem. When I said I was done with Sir King, I was done. But I saw somebody sent me a screenshot where Sir King is telling people that Tatiana Busted Down is my daughter. My daughter is not on YouTube. My daughter wouldn't come on YouTube. And so I don't know where he get that rumor from, but Tatiana Busted Down is no relations to me. My daughter is not on YouTube. None of my family is on YouTube. So I don't know where he got that from, but he had that. They sent me a screenshot where he had posted that or made a video saying surprised or something, or he found out information, some old crazy shit that Mz.Teavalocity daughter is Tatiana Busted Down. No, that's not my daughter. Tatiana is not my daughter. Tatiana, whoever. I don't have any family on here other than Queen Diva. Well, I know it's so much in the streets, you guys, and I always drop my link just as a courtesy, but I'm really not talking about nothing. Yeah, and Sir King had that. He had, I don't know if he did a video or did he just do a community post. Let me look. But he's saying that Tatiana, I don't even know who it is. Bust It Down is my daughter. That's not my daughter. I don't even know who that is. If my daughter was in here, I would let you know, just like you know, Queen Diva is my biological sister. I wouldn't be afraid to say that, but I don't know no Tatiana. Or, what is it, y'all? Tatiana? Yeah, Sir King did that. I don't know why the fuck he do that. You know, I don't say anything to Sir King, you know, and I had wished that he wouldn't say anything to me. However, we did make nice and cordial, and I was going to do something with him, but then I guess the other person backed down from it, so he didn't do it. But no, I don't know why he's saying that. He know that's not my daughter. Have y'all heard that before? Not Ty. Well, Tatiana, no, that's not my daughter, y'all. If you heard that, that's not my daughter. You know, I would tell y'all if I had a daughter on here. I'm not afraid. Let me tell you something. I'm proud of all my children. They do quite well for themselves. So I would never be afraid or I wouldn't be embarrassed. Okay, Kimberly said never. Yeah, that's what he told me. That's what he told me. So I'm going to switch over to this and then I'll wrap it up. So I've been really into this takeoff thing. Like I told you, I was on Pizarro's today. We was talking conspiracy and I was going to invite her over here because so much is going on with this takeoff stuff. You know, so much is going on. So much is going on with these celebrities, you know, especially these rappers getting killed and stuff like that. And I believe in my heart that this young guy was set up. I think he was set up. But the more I listen to it, because this is getting real murky. Kimberly, they say Houston is deep with the cover-ups and stuff like that. I don't know, but that's what they say. Houston, Texas is deep. However, listen to this. I was in another area and I was listening to this guy's video and they are trying to track down, they're trying to taper down who really killed Takeoff, right? This dude called the mayor, no, he called the chief, right? The chief of HPD, Mr. Finney. I think his name is Mr. Finney or Finnery, something like that. This dude called him and pretend like he was one of the suspects or the alleged suspects who could have possibly killed Takeoff. He called Chief Finney and was questioning him. So to me, from what it sounds like, is that that chief is covering up something. Well, he didn't stop there, Kimberly. Okay, thank you. Oh, I know that was sad. I'm sorry, Don. I don't want you. I want justice for that young man. I really do. Okay, baby. Have a good night. Thanks for supporting me. That is, and it's very sad, but anyway, they called the chief of police. And then after they called the chief of police, they called his wife. Yes. Did you hear him calling her? They called the chief of police wife. And she was somewhat, Kimberly, do you feel like she was somewhat spilling tea as if he know and he's dirty and he's grimy and he's working with that alleged family? It sounded like she wanted to spill tea, but she wanted to get the mayor's approval first. So I said, oh, this shit is getting real deep. Now they calling the chief, and then they called his wife, and I think they may be going through a divorce. So she was willing to tell it all had she got okay from the mayor. She kept saying, tell the mayor to call her. So I do believe it is a cover-up going on. I do. Now, I don't know who exactly, killed Takeoff. I do believe it was a setup. I'm really believing, the more I listen to it, that perhaps they were setting them up to rob them. I think it went left, ending up in his murder. But I think they were setting it up to rob the both of them, from what I hear. Yeah, she was telling all. She was going to tell it all. She just wanted the mayor to give her the okay to spill the tea. I said, this shit's unbelievable. But with that being said, Kimberly, like I said, I believe, even though they say it's a conspiracy thing and it's a sacrifice, the more I think about it, it's sitting more that they was going to rob Takeoff and Quavo, but it went left, and Takeoff just happened to he just happened to get killed. But I think they was setting to rob up both of them, because from past experience, that's what them boys do when you go to Houston and you got money. They have those dice games, and then from there, someone eventually get harmed, get robbed, or get murdered. So that wife was going to tell it all. So with that being said, Kimberly, do you now believe that is a possibility they're going to start investigating the chief and the mayor? I believe, this just me, I believe there's a possibility that this is going to go so deep into investigation that they're going to uncover some cover up and some other stuff that they've been engaging in. It went all the way up to Sheila Jackson, Maxine Waters. I was like, damn, they playing with the big boys now. They playing with the big boys. But I've been to other sectors, other content creators just following it, because it's very interesting to me. Because now I do believe that is a cover up going on but like I said, to one of the content creators that I frequent, I said, this is so deep. But let me tell you something. It's so deep that if people higher up officials are involved, they gonna shut this shit down. They gonna give up somebody before they lose their jobs. Yep, the FBI, they are already investigating. I believe it's gonna get real deep, Kimberly, because for one, the way he reacted when that man called him, and two, what his wife was saying. So to them, in their minds now, is for me, this is what I think. In their minds now, they said, nah, we gonna let them jokers go. Nah, let their ass fry just to keep us out of the heat. Yep. Just to keep them out of the fire. I believe they gonna turn over some people. It's gonna go deep. It's gonna go deep. And I won't be surprised if we don't see her around very much or much longer. Because remember, that would be him, that would be the mayor, that would be the chief, that would be who else? Who else involved? And so if the FBI investigating it and they start digging deep, I think Houston got a serious problem. I think they have a serious problem now. Maybe and I don't believe the senior prince is going to sacrifice his life for his young boys who's out here being reckless. And when he made the statement, I remember he made a statement that they can't hide behind him. That was a strong statement to me. He said, whoever did it, y'all won't be able to hide behind me. That's what Prince Senior said. So perhaps he too will have to let go of them boys to save his own self. Because that's major when you start talking about politicians. That's deep. That's real deep. That's scary. You know, and I hope these content creators be very careful when they do content on it, you know, indicating and pointing fingers and getting that involved, because they too, you know, they could make them disappear. Let me see. You just wait. The people of color in office are all black. They don't have a problem. Yes, Kimberly, that's just what I said. I said that when I was over at one of my favorite content creators. I said, let me tell you something. And I don't get on platforms, but I jumped my ass on that platform. I said, let me tell you something. This shit is deep. This is deeper than what you think. I said, because your people are blowing the whistle. They are talking. And now politicians and, you know, the whole Houston Police Department, HPD, it get investigated. Do you know those white boys ain't going down? They not going down for y'all. They will not go down for y'all. And so who's going? Who's going in the cuffs? Nobody but us. Nobody but us. Because you surely ain't gonna take them down and start implicating them. No, sir, buddy. I said, this shit is deep. So I've been over there every night listening. That's the streets I've been running, because this is getting deep now. It's bigger than Takeoff. It's bigger than Takeoff. They may have made a mistake because people want to see justice for Takeoff. And so they are doing all they can on their platforms to get involved. And they so engaged that they doing shit like that. They calling the Houston Police Department chief. They calling his wife. They calling the mayor. Because if I'm not mistaken, Kimberly, I don't know if we've been at the same place. Did they say they even called the mayor's office and he was busy or something? They implicating, you know, they start tracing them back to, like I said, politicians. No, they not gonna play ball like that. They not gonna play ball like that. They gonna expose. They gonna get rid of somebody. Now, who they getting rid of, I don't know, but I could surely tell you it won't be one of them. And if so, it may be just one, but it'll be more of us than it'll be of them. And that's where they get raggedy at. They got real raggedy with that. Them young boys got raggedy, thinking they could do what they want, and eventually their empire will be destroyed. And it starts from the very top, the senior, the father. But like I said, before I think he let his shit get out in the streets like that, because they are walking around reckless, I think he'll let one of them go ahead and get popped. I do. Before he get it. Yep, they don't have, that's what I said, Kimberly. Yep, they don't have a problem to making an example of us. They don't have a problem. So we'll see. I'm following that. So I've been over there really following this Takeoff case and this conspiracy stuff, you know. They do talk a little above my head when they start talking about gematries and numbers and murder by numbers. You know, I don't know about all that. So, but I do believe in sacrifice. I told you, I do believe in the industry. The industry is demonic. And I do believe in certain things they have to do to rise to a certain level. I was over at Storm Monroe's. Shout out to Storm Monroe. He had this lady who dibble and dabs in witchcraft. And she says she worked with the celebrities. And it is for real. She do work with the celebrities. She talked a little bit about the K sisters, allegedly the witches. She talked about celebrities going to a different level, a higher level, things that they have to do. You know, we heard Kanye. I've heard other artists say that they do certain things. They do the sacrifice and the other thing. So I believe it. It's out of their own mouth. Supposedly she's a witch. Her name is Satin. I forgot the last name. Her name is Satin, and she worked with celebrities, and she did admit that she does some witchcraft stuff for celebrities. And I was like, damn. Now I don't know how long Satin to be around either. When you start exposing people, you start disappearing. I don't know how long she'll be around, but they definitely said that. So I believe it. I do believe it, and that's where I've been. I've been watching a lot of that, and then I wanted to come on. I'm gonna come on with my inspirations, but I had my grandkids. I had my grandkids this week. Then I went to my grandson's basketball. I traveled to Richmond, Virginia, to see my grandson play football, not basketball. And boy, oh boy, he didn't know I was coming, and he was quite surprised that his yaya was there, and he played his heart out. He played his heart out. He did real well. The first day he scored 4 touchdowns, and I think 4 touchdowns and 1 safety. The next day he scored the only touchdown because they knew his game plan. They studied him that night, and they wanted to make sure they was going to put a stop to his little ass. So they did just that. But I have been just doing those things, taking care of myself. I haven't been on I haven't been coming on much. I really want to come on, but I don't come on that much. I'm really gonna try harder to come on. But it seems like every time I get ready to do a live, something happens, you guys. Good, Diva. I'm glad. Sorry that happened to you, sis. Queen Diva is home. BB Nice is driving home. So I'm glad you made it home, sis. Safe, you know, and it's kind of cold out there. But I wasn't talking about much. I was just talking about them following Brianna, taking pictures of her, and just for her to be careful and just rambling. That's all, just rambling because I want to come live more, but I always want to come on here and have something to say. I just don't want to come on here rambling. I want to have something to say, something of substance. I had a couple of murder cases that I was going to do. Boy, is a lot of that happening. And there's a lot of same sex murders happening too. Yeah, I ran across another case about that today. Same sex. I'm like, what the hell is really going on? Just everybody is killing everybody? That's crazy. But I wanted to do that. I don't know if you guys remember, and probably the ones who's still in here remember me and Up in the Bushes. Remember me telling you about Delano Burkes, Delano Burkes? Well, they did find him dead in a river in Texas. He was from Texas too. I think Texas too. Yep, they found him in the river maybe about a week or so ago. Yeah, they did, Kimberly. That's sad. Again, he was out with some buddies. And I wonder if anyone will follow up with that story as far as investigation. Yep, they found him dead in some type of river close to him, and they wondering how did he get that far. He couldn't have possibly made it to that area by staggering. So perhaps somebody did catch. Remember, he was staggering, running. Perhaps someone caught up to him, and they took him and did what they wanted to do with him. Unalive him and threw him in the river. Yep. Somebody came under my comments and told me, I think last week, but I hadn't been on. Last week. Ship Canal. There you go, Kimberly. You be all on the Ship Canal. Yeah, I thought it was a river. Ship Canal. Yep, they found him in the Ship Canal. That's pretty sad. So we know for sure that brother is not returning home to his family. I like to know what happened in that case. I just like to know what really happened, because he was with his friends, and why was he running from them and someone else driving his car? That's crazy. I wonder if the mother ever recovered the car. Kimberly, did you hear if the mom recovered the car? It was in Houston. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on in Houston, though, Kimberly. A lot of stuff is going on in Houston. They say Houston is pretty bad. They said Houston is getting worse, with a lot of murders and stuff. But it's happening all over, y'all, not just Houston. It's happening anywhere. That's why I said Hopefully Brianna will do what she had to do and she would be safe, because there's some crazy people out here and they ain't playing. They may not just like you. They might not like, how you drag and gag or roast and whatever. You get some deranged person that don't like you and they know where you live or follow you home and they do the unthinkable, bring harm to you. So hopefully she'll do whatever she needs to do to remain safe. Well, you guys, it's been an hour. I'm going to get ready to get off here. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't. Everyone is leaving because there's so much juicy stuff going on that, they have to be where that's what the sector is about. They have to be where the drama is at, So they got a couple of content creators on right now. No, not a lot of new on that case. He's a black man. Blue eyes would garner more new coverage. Yeah. That's sad too. When something happened to us, no one really cares. But that's why we have to care. That's why it's so important for us to do better with each other and to each other. We got to do better with each other and to each other, because they don't care. They don't give a damn about us. And the reason why I think it gets worse and why they really don't care when one of us is found murdered is because we don't care about ourselves. And not all of us, I'm just saying in general. We don't care about ourselves. So how could we want someone else to care about us, right? That's what they think. How can we want someone else to care about us? I don't know, because we don't care about ourselves. That's the thing. But it's so sad because we probably never hear any more from Delano Burkes and what happened to him. And a lot of other cold cases have never get solved because not enough of us stay on their case about it. We let it go. We have become so desensitized to violence and other things that it doesn't matter anymore. They don't care. It seems like we don't care. We don't fight hard enough for the things we should fight for. Let me turn this down some. Hold on, you guys. I'm about to wrap it up anyway. I just wanted it as background music. So you see, I'm getting better. Y'all see that? Oh, Diva is rushing. She said, thank you for sliding through. Diva is closing the show out. Because I said I was going to leave. She said, you always say you're going to leave, and then you sit there, you still running your mouth. Because I really enjoy coming on here, and I don't get to spend much time with my people. And so when I get on here, I just want to talk sometimes, Diva. But Diva's telling me it's time to wrap the show up. Just like Carol Burnett used to do for her kids. When she would pull on her ear, that meant it was time for her kids to go to bed, and she was ending. So, Diva, good night, you all. Thanks for sliding through. And let me do this before I leave. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I should be back tomorrow morning with motivation or inspiration. Something. Not before I leave. I have to make sure that I save my outro. See, I almost forgot. Diva rushing me out of here. Diva, just hold on a minute. I got to get ready to save my outro, girl. Don't be rushing me. Don't be rushing me. If you see a King's Crown Cookie, help him straighten it up. If you see a King's Crown Cookie, help him straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are joint heirs. They are future. They are looking to inherit something other than stress and mess. Make sure we are still trying to create generational wealth. As always, be a blessing, not a bother. It doesn't take much for you to bless someone. Simple. Hello, how are you? You look beautiful today. I love your smile. Your hat looks nice. You have a glow about you. Hey, here's some money. Grab you some lunch. Can I grab that door from you? Oh, I'll get those groceries. You never know what someone is feeling or at that moment where they at. And so that little kind gesture doesn't cost us much and it's also considered blessing someone. So with that being said, you guys be safe and be blessed. I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye. Thanks, Queen Diva. Now I can go out here. Ooh, girl. Now I will go out.